I'm Rear Admiral Thomas M. Dockers, retired. The story you're about to see was born of success. The hard-won success of United States submarines, which by 1945 had swept from the sea more than 6 million tons of Japanese shipping. But success cannot come without a solid basic reason. Our story is built on that reason. Appropriately enough, our story actually begins where the struggle itself had begun 3 years before. Pearl Harbor, one of the jumping-off places for the vessels that did the gigantic job. These are some of them, the ones that fought and returned and fought again. And this is the man who lived the story, photographer's mate Ernest Coombs. Coombs was not a submariner, had never been in combat, had in fact just arrived from the States. And yet it is his story, and it is only fitting that he should tell it.
Yep, here it is.
Come in.
Ernest Coombs, sir. Photographer's mate, 3rd class, reporting his order.
Welcome to Pearl. Did you have a good trip from the States, Coombs?
Oh, yes, sir.
Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
You're a fine hand with a camera, Coombs.
Had a lot of practice, sir.
Had your own commercial studio in New York, didn't you?
5 years.
Makes your feel for this kind of thing all the more amazing.
Wish I had you for a customer, sir.
You have. How much were you told?
Only that I should finish my last assignment fast and report here.
Curious?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe in prolonging curiosity. Take a look. Submarines, Coombs. A remarkable fighting force, incredible record. There's no way of telling how much they've contributed to shortening the war.
Yes, sir.
To the public, it's the least known branch of the service. We're going to change that. The project is a documentary film. Everything that happens to the submariner. His life, his routine, his war, all of it. It's something that should be known by everyone. You'll be aboard a plane to Saipan within 3 hours, and a crew member of the USS Seashark when she goes out on her next war patrol. I won't tell you what to shoot. You're a much better judge of that than I am. I thought you'd be delighted. You're not what I call enthusiastic.
Well, it's just that I know so little about subs, sir. Never been aboard one.
Know anything about aircraft carriers when you shot this?
No, sir.
Then so much for that excuse. Come on, Coombs. What is it? I thought you'd jump at a chance like this.
Well, if those were my orders, sir.
Coombs. I could order any photographer. But I want the work of an artist. I want craft. If a man has to force himself, he's not going to give it to me. All right, Coombs. Forget it.
Sir.
No, your reasons are your own. Let's keep it that way.
Oh, sir, sir, I'll go. I want to go.
Look, Coombs.
The job will be done right, sir. The way it should be done. Please, sir. Less than an hour after sunrise next morning, there it was. Saipan. A little late to change one's mind. Much too late. I don't know what I expected the sub to be like, but I can tell you the impression. Big, gray, and businesslike. It's a job, Coombs. What's so different about it? Go do the job, Coombs.
Ernest Coombs reporting aboard, sir. Photographer's mate, 3rd class.
I'm Lieutenant Stewart, Coombs. We've been expecting you. I'll take your papers. You'll bunk in the forward torpedo room. Bates?
Yes, sir.
Let's give him a hand here.
Yeah, right, sir.
Welcome aboard, Coombs.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thanks.
You're going to be a popular guy on this tub. Used to think it was me. It's really that camera in there. So there ain't any Santa Claus. With dames, I thought it was me. Found out it's this. Oh, they like it? Most of them. Still worried about one of them, though. The dame, stateside. Still hasn't seen it. Say, you think the Gray'll show in the picture? I tell you what. Maybe we can retouch it.
There was a pattern to it. There always was. This was the first part, the unpacking, the getting acquainted. I remember a phrase that kept running through my head over and over again. My home away from home. I couldn't get rid of it. Do the job, Coombs. That's what you're here for. 2 hours later, we'd shoved off. And an hour after that, there was... what? A huge open sea and a small steel fish. But that was on the outside. On the inside, there was normalcy, routine, men and work, and cards. And this card game was no different from 100 others I'd watched.
I'll up you. How do you figure it? Him, Stick. Used to be a stick man in Vegas. Slowest player we got and ain't won a game yet. How does it figure?
I told you. It's the thing with me. Dice bounce, they got life. Cards. Just lay there, no message, no life. So it's a fetish, sue me.
Did you ever?
I'll call you.
Oh, boy, you'll never learn. 3 bolts.
All blue.
It's the first time.
You brought me luck, Ernie. Don't get off the boat, huh?
Yeah. Don't look like I got much choice. Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't mean I don't like subs.
Oh, sure, it's all new, but it's no problem. It'll grow on you. Say, you met the old man yet?
No.
You will. Being a guest and all.
Captain Braca, huh? What's he like?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm glad he's on our side.
Oh, he's got a couple of Navy crosses, a few silver stars, and a unit citation. You know, you don't get them sitting at a desk.
Photographer's mate Coombs. Report to the wardroom, please.
Well, sounds like you're going to meet him real quick. Oh, you know where it is, Ernie? You want me to show you?
I'll find it. I better start learning right now. Thanks anyway.
Oh, excuse me.
And I want you to keep working around the clock if you have to until that gun's operating perfectly.
Aye, sir.
Excuse me.
Oh, come on in, Coombs. Just wanted to welcome you aboard. Sorry I didn't get the chance early.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant Raines, our exec.
Aye.
Lieutenant Bill Stewart, you've already met. Behind him is Chief of Boat Bert Swinson.
Hi, how are you?
We'll get on that right away, sir.
Fine. Well, Coombs, I just want to get things understood. We know what you're after, and we'll be of all the help we possibly can.
Thank you, sir.
But the boat and the job come first, you understand?
Completely, sir. I'll stay out of the way as much as possible, I assure you.
We'll make sure of that. We'll make you part of the regular crew. You'll stand regular watches. In the event of any service action, I'll leave it up to your judgment to come topside for pictures. There's just one thing. When we dive, don't get left on that bridge. It's a big ocean to be swimming around in.
I understand, sir.
Coombs, your film any good at night?
No, sir. Unless something goes up in flames.
Well, I'd hate to be called uncooperative, wouldn't you, Frank?
Yes, Captain.
We'll try to accommodate you, Coombs. We'll try real hard.
Thank you, sir. And now the mechanics of it. The putting together of the pieces. Slowly. Because there's so much to learn. Get it on film. Make it clear. The fabulous, endless array of pieces that go to make the whole. There was more. Much more. And I got it all. Because that was the job. I'd done it before many times, in many places. Ships, planes, factories. Why was it so different this time? Why the constant feeling of waiting? And for what?
Guess I don't have to ask you guys if you want any ice cream.
Sure.
How much of that film have you used up already, Ernie?
Are you worried?
Oh, ain't you going to shoot the guys? The way you're going, the boat's got the big part.
Boat's background. I want the guys in action.
There'll be plenty of that. Just don't forget to aim your camera.
What's that supposed to mean?
He just means that it gets a little busy in here sometimes. Camera hog?
Photographer to the bridge. Bring your gear.
Well, maybe we got some business going.
Right full rudder. Steady on course 190. Combs, look out there. Floating mine. We're going to explode it. Maybe not the action you're after, but it's a picture. Do you want it?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
All right, Clark. Commence firing. Well, that's 500 pounds of TNT that isn't going to bother anybody.
Thank you for the shot, Captain.
We'll try and do better next time, Combs.
Plane bearing 350.
Dive! Dive! Clear the bridge! I said clear the bridge! Level off at 190 feet.
Saw ahead.
Well, he sure came out of nowhere.
Seaplane, Captain?
I think so.
Hope he didn't bring any friends along.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Just like that. No talk of what a depth charge could do, how close it was. They might just as well have been businessmen, planning a job, estimating a cost sheet. Quietly, logically. All I could think of was the phrase, men at work.
190 feet.
Well, we'll sit it out here a while. Let him make his move.
Uh-huh.
Half hour. Well, that should be enough. Let's see what he's decided.
60 feet.
Up scope. Nice empty horizon. Down scope. Let's get on up there.
Wonder why he didn't stick around.
I don't know. That might have been his last DC. In any event, I'm not going to miss it. You all right, Combs?
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry I got in the way topside, sir.
Well, that's all right, Combs. First emergency dive can be pretty startling.
Yes, sir.
But out here, every situation is measured in seconds.
Yes, I understand, Captain. It won't happen again. I'll see to it.
Patrol stays this easy, Ernie. You ain't gonna have nothing to show for your trouble.
What? Oh, the pictures. Well, I had some pretty good stuff this afternoon. Not bad for a starter, anyway.
Are you kidding? Stick a can from a plane?
What is all it takes, from the way I hear it?
A plane didn't have a chance. Old man's a fox. Knows what he's doing every second. Willa gets really busy. Brad, how about some AC-doocy?
I'm gonna read. Why don't you take on Ernie?
Changed my mind. Guess I'll read too.
Hope you're gonna get that picture of me soon, Ernie. I hear the beard's the first thing to go gray.
Red. Level with me.
What?
What have the guys got against me?
Now, what kind of jazz is that? Name me one guy that don't like you. Go on, name him.
Oh, come on, Red. I got eyes. It's the little things, like the small portion of ice cream. The politeness of the guys, but only politeness. You know what I'm talking about.
Ah, you're dreaming. Come on, I'll play AC-doocy myself and beat the pants off of you.
I wish you'd tell me, Red.
Look, Ernie, why don't you save your imagination for your pictures? I got a hunch that we're gonna find action real quick now.
His hunch was good. It happened less than 3 hours later.
Permission to come on bridge.
Granted.
Ready to take over the watch again, Captain.
Captain, getting a pip on the radar between us and the beach. Bearing 250, range about 10,000 yards.
Station the tracking party. Right, full rudder. New course, 340, all ahead, standard. Radar, make a sweep all around.
All clear on radar, Captain. Nothing but the original contact. Target seems to be making about 12 knots on course 350.
Check his zigs.
Gin. Man, I sure like to play you for a living. Where is your wandering mind tonight, Mother?
Guess I'm just not with it, Red.
I hear you good, friend.
What do you think?
I ain't just practicing.
This is the captain. We're tracking a sizable ship. We have been doing an end around. When we're in position, we'll make a submerged attack.
Man, when I get a hunch, you could bet your rent money on it.
Moonlight's too strong for a surface attack. Bearing mark
062.
Range mark
1900.
downscope. Angle on the bow 50 port. Make ready the forward tubes at depth of 10 feet.
Forward tubes ready. Depth set at 10 feet.
Bearing mark
028.
range mark
1500.
fire one.
Fire two. Fire three.
Photographer to the conning tower. Photographer to the conning tower.
We sure showed it, didn't we?
Looks like you've got your picture, Coombs. She's on fire from stem to stern.
Thank you, sir.
It was only a beginning. Less than 24 hours later, there was more. And the news was made known in the quiet tones, the calm, businesslike tones.
Picking up pips, sir. 4 or 5 ships. Convoy. About 10 miles to the northeast.
Bearing?
About 030.
Well, it's always feast or famine.
As long as we do the eating.
And still more of it. Hours more. The smooth procedure of trained men working as but a single unit. Speaking their language of digits and symbols, plying the magic they understood so well. And magic was needed now, for the sea had roughened.
I can see the first ship in the convoy. I'd give my eye teeth for a smooth sea. Range?
2,000 yards.
Stand by to fire. Fire one.
Over and over, the deadly fish streaked out of their tubes, sped on their way. But the hunter fought a double battle now. The angry sea was his enemy.
It's murder to hit a target in a blow like this.
We'll get them this time.
We better. Last of the fish. This cleans us.
Fire 3.
Well, it took all of our fish, but it was worth it. Down scope. Take her down to 120 feet. Emergency.
Escort vessel.
Coming fast. Rig for depth charge attack. Combs, go back to your station.
Yes, sir.
Sure wish we had some real depth.
There's none to be had. And they know it. It's going to be a long night.
It was. Hour after hour of it. Just lying there, taking it.
You got enough in that thing for a double feature.
Trying to make me feel good, Red?
Ernie.
All right, knock it off. You know I'm scared green.
Oh, now look.
I can't help it, Red. I can take it topside. But down here, I can't get it out of my head. All that water pushing at you every second. Like it wants in. Like it's waiting. It's just something I say, Red. It's always been.
But you never stop shooting?
The job.
So now you know about us, huh? Ernie, you think there's one guy aboard that isn't scared right now? The guys weren't fluffing you. They weren't cold. They were just waiting till you tasted this.
Well, he's either gone or he's playing possum. Well, let's go up and find out, huh? He's given up. It's all clear topside. We're going to surface and head for home on 4 engine.
We made it once again. How about that? 5 hours of that kind of waiting gives me an appetite. Let's show it up.
Chow down in 20 minutes.
Oh, how do you like that? How about a little cards while we're waiting? Come on, Ernie. I'll save you a place.
You see what I mean? You belong now, Ernie. You've been there. You know?
Yeah. Now I know. Thanks.
Well, put that thing away and let's go get some of Stick's money. Hey, Submariner. I'll bet you $1 that nobody could tell you apart from the rest of the crew. Not now.
No bet. Because there wasn't any sense throwing $1 away. But you know something? 1,000,000 of them couldn't have bought the way I felt.
I'll be back in a moment. If you had to select a single reason for the efficiency, the ability, the great record of the submariners, the lessons learned by Ernest Coombs would have come high on the list. Because the men of the silent service have to fight, hope, and live in a steel world all of their own, there is always a closeness, a pride in each other, and a fierce sense of belonging. It is never spoken of, but ever present. It has made them great. Be with us again when next we bring you another true and exciting submarine story.
Take her down and off we fly through the deep blue underneath the ocean. We'll down underneath the sea. Take the course, we'll pass the world. is yet to be. That we're safe as long as there's a submarine